Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We have some breaking news just coming in. Here are the headlines. New York State Attorney General subpoenas Trump, Ivanka and Don Jr. in an ongoing investigation about tax fraud. What could happen if Trump lied under oath? Does Leticia James have sufficient evidence to charge Donald, Ivanka, and Don Jr. for tax fraud? Some classified documents are missing from the White House. Trump tries to cling to executive privilege over White House visitor logs. Some analysis about the January 6 insurrection and much more. Please stay tuned.
Donald Trump and two of his children have been ordered by a New York judge to appear for a deposition within the next 3 weeks, as part of the billowing investigation over alleged fraud in the valuation of assets belonging to his family business.
Trump sued Leticia James for the judge to stop her from getting his tax document that she needed to complete her investigation, but Trump claimed her investigation was politically motivated. The family has been striving to fend off demands for documents, information and testimony from the New York State Attorney General, Leticia James. She is investigating whether the Trump Organization used fraudulent or misleading valuations of its assets to attract loans and reduce its tax burden.
Following a 2-hour hearing on Thursday, Engoron delivered a blunt rebuttal to arguments put forward by Trump lawyers that the former president should not be subjected to questioning in the civil case because the information could be used against him in criminal proceedings that are running in parallel. The judge went so far as to say that had James not subpoenaed them, it would have been a blatant dereliction of duty. The judge ruled to force Trump and his two eldest children, Donald Jr. and Ivanka, to comply with subpoenas amounts to a sharp escalation of the legal perils that are rapidly tightening around the former president.
Responding to the news, Leticia James said, quote, "It showed that no one will be permitted to stand in the way of the pursuit of justice, no matter how powerful they are. Under the judge's ruling, Trump must now testify within 21 days and hand over documents and information within 14 days. The development is the second severe blow for the former president in the space of a week."
What will happen to Trump if he lies under oath? Well, according to legal experts, if Trump lies under oath he could be charged for tax fraud, he will be sent to prison, and Leticia James could shut down his company for committing tax fraud. And if Don Jr. and Ivanka lied under oath, they will be slapped with the same charge as their father Donald Trump. Do you think Trump will take the fifth? What about Ivanka and Don Jr.? Do you think they will tell the truth and flip on their father to save themselves?
Leticia James have the evidence from Michael Cohen testimony to Congress, and the recent statement from Trump's former accounting firm Mazars. In letter to Trump's organization, Mazars said it was ending its relationship with the organization and that his 10 years tax papers they prepared for Trump Organization are unreliable. These are strong evidence to charge Trump for tax fraud. And Donald Trump family has been striving to fend off demands for documents, information and testimony from the New York State Attorney General, Leticia James. She is investigating whether the Trump Organization used fraudulent or misleading valuations of its assets to attract loans and reduce its tax burden.
In another development, the January 6 committee investigating the mob insurrection said that there are White House visitors' logs, call logs, text messages, Facebook chats and posts missing from the White House documents they received from the National Archives. We know that, on the day of the riot, there were communications going on via Facebook chat, call logs, text messages and on walkie-talkie.
Trump claimed he has executive privilege to hide and keep those records from the public and Congress. But according to the United States Supreme Court ruling recently, regarding executive privilege, quote, Trump can't claim executive privilege even if he was still president because he planned to overthrow the government in a coup. Unquote. They also said executive privilege belongs only to the present president, not Donald Trump.
January 6 insurrection analysis. Donald Trump was at the center of the insurrection. He assembled, provoked, and urged his mob supporters to storm Capitol to stop the steal. This was not the only violent insurrection to take place at the Capitol of the United States against Congress and the Vice President, but it also was perhaps the most documented episode of political violent assault on American democracy in history.
The James investigation, combined with its criminal Manhattan equivalent, are now top of the league of a plethora of legal troubles facing the former occupant of the White House. A Guardian tally this month found that Trump was facing a total of 19 legal challenges, 6 of which involve alleged financial irregularities. Trump has consistently denounced the investigation by James, who is a Democrat, as a partisan witch hunt. On Tuesday he slammed the investigation yet again, calling it a sham investigation of a great company that has done a spectacular job for New York and beyond. If Trump company was great, why will his own accountant firm Mazars said, their 10 years tax reports we unreliable.
Such an aggressive posture has worked for Trump over the years in staring down many of the legal challenges brought against him. But in this case, Thursday's ruling is likely to put new wind into the sails of the James investigation and make an easy get-out clause less likely. Will Trump, Don Jr. and Ivanka take the fifth 500 times like Eric did when he testified recently? If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest news. Thanks for watching.